Hi Stampers, this is Karen Phillip. I'm a Stampin Up Demonstrator and I'm pleased to show you how to make this cute card. And the technique today is embossing on glimmer paper. And that's, you can kind of see, it's basically like glitter paper. Stampin' Up calls it glimmer, so whatever. But you can emboss on just about anything sometimes. I have experimented on different colors to see what I like the best, and these three come in a pack of these three colors. It's a white, berry burst, and granny apple green. I did the first one in black on the white. It's kind of harsh, but it shows up well. And then I also have a kind of a vanilla color that I had sitting around and this one is embossed in gold. But just to see the variety, and it's just a really cool technique, and the fine detail that it picks up surprised me. I learned the technique from our CEO, which is kind of cool. Alright, so in this video I will show you how to do the embossing on there, and I will also give you a little hint on putting these strips on so that they come pretty even, so you get a little extra there. So let's get started. Sorry, I'm a little froggy this morning. I don't normally do it early in the morning. Just want to make sure I get these done today. Okay, so I have a 3x3 inch piece of glimmer paper, and you won't be able to see a whole lot to start with, but so what I'm going to do is take my embossing buddy and actually put it on over the glitter. You get glitter all over the place. I should do this one last. And then using my Versamark, I'm using the Stamps bundle, Humble Home, and we're using this one, even with the fine detail. And then it also comes with a punch. Alright, so I have my Versamark, I have my stamp, ink it up really well, put it on your card or on your piece of paper, your glimmer paper. Now the one thing you have to keep in mind, which I didn't realize till I started doing these, okay, you can't see absolutely anything until you put it in your embossing powder. This is copper. And there you have it. Isn't that cool? And then we'll just heat it up and you have your image. You don't have to heat it longer than normal or anything like that either. It's just cool. Okay, so we'll heat it up. Get my heat tool heated up first. That usually helps. Okay, this goes here. Alright, so then we just heat it up like normal. And as I mentioned, I put it toward the bottom of the piece because then it's easier to punch, otherwise you have to trim that off. It's kind of hard to see when it's turning, but it kind of like shines a little bit. If you overheat it, it will take off the actual glitter. We found that out in class. So I'm just going around, and once I have it, you can see it get shiny. Depends on what color you use for the embossing powder. That's it. The heating up takes longer than the actual embossing. Yeah, I missed a couple spots, sorry. It is hard to see. There we go. Okay. Now we just punch it out. And because this is 3 inches wide, it's easy to grab it on the sides because this is 3 inches wide. So then you can kind of line it up. Well, not kind of, you line it up and punch. It's a little thicker than cardstock, so you just have to be careful you don't pinch yourself. The way that these punches are actually made is you set it down. I'm holding this down because I have it lined up, and then you just push down, and then you have your image. So just a little extra tip there. Okay, that's that. And now we will put it together. I have like all kinds of glitter and embossing powder all over everything. Okay, so the little, not trick, but the little tip I'd like to give for putting on strips. So I have 4 strips. This works for 3 as well. Anytime you have spaced out images, it could be circles, strips, whatever, you want to do the outside edges first and then the middle. So what I'm doing is taking my tape and I'm just putting tape on the ends, just a little piece of tape on each end, and this will make it easier to move them once you put them on, and if it's not perfect, then you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so I'll just stick this on here. Well, I discombobulated yet. Okay, so I'm going to take the first one and line it up, and I want it to go down at least 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit more. So because I have this strip empty or free to move, I just have a little bit of adhesive there. Now I'm going to do the bottom one. Try to line it up even with that. You can use your grid paper if that's, I eye a lot of things up. Okay, now you have your top and bottom. Again, if this was 3, you put this in the center. Because this is 4, I'm going to do about the same distance, and this is where it's kind of cool. I think it's cool anyway. Alright, so these look pretty even. I got it right on the first shot. But let's say this one was, any of them were either crooked or spaced out weird, then you can easily lift this up. Now watch, I won't be able to get it on. See, you can lift it up without trying to rip it off of your entire page. So now let's see if I can put it back again in the right spot. There we go. And then what I do is simply lift each one up, hold the top so that it doesn't pop off, and just put a strip of adhesive down the whole thing, and then you have your strips even. So I hope that helps. Alright, next we will just build the card. I'm just putting some glue on the back, centering it, putting another layer of just a white circle over that one. And then I have a little tree from the Encircled with Nature. It's kind of a mess because the magnets moved everything, but there are 2 cards full of dies. Okay, and then we'll just glue this on. We'll put that right here. And then this, I will use dimensionals. It's a little thicker, so you really don't need as many, but if you've seen me before, I've always put more than I need, I'm sure. Okay, take off the little protector things. Maybe. Struggling here today. Oh darn. Okay. Alright, that goes on here. Just kind of center it, or actually I have it more toward the right. And then I will take some linen twine, linen thread, and I made double bows on these. And I have a little stick, not stick, but they're little, a bow maker, and that's how I can get this easily. Some people know how to do it on their fingers, or they do the fork method. I do it on my little bow maker thing. So the way I find it best is just putting some glue directly onto the card. Don't put it on the ribbon. It just seems to work better. And then put it down, and sometimes I just take a block and put it on there until it sets a little bit. And then for the sentiment, I did do a little circle or an oval. I think that's retired now though. There we go. On the down here, and I pop that up. And then I also have, on my original card, I did 3 little red hearts, and those hearts are on the punch. You can see it right here. So I just punch those out of red. You could do it out of the Glimmer paper, whatever you'd like. So that's pretty much it for the card. So I hope you enjoyed watching, and go make one. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.